What up, players? It's the homie C-Rod, and today what I got for you guys is 30 decks you could potentially build, just in case you're new to Dragon Ball Super card game or you're just on the fence of what new leader to play. I got you covered. I got 30 decks for you guys to try out, and with a little brief explanation. So let's just get straight to it. So it's 30 decks. It's a lot of them. So first things first, we got Kale. Universe 6 representative right here, and Kale is a very powerful leader because of the fact that what you do is you hand destruction your opponent down to their death while aggroing them down to their death as well with all your Universe 6 members. And then after Kale, we got on the other side of the spectrum, we got Khalifa. And Khalifa is also a very, very powerful leader because what she does is you strike your life and you give a 5k boost power to all your battle cards, pretty much staying true to the red archetype, which is full on pressure. And then after that, you got Khalifa, you got Kale, they fuse, you got Kefla now, and Kefla's freaking strong as well. What does Kefla do? Well, every time she attacks, you get to discard a card, draw 2 cards, and that's freaking good because it's all heavily based around Universe 6 representatives. So if you're a big fan of Universe 6, I recommend you guys to play those leaders. And then let's keep on moving. Then we got, stepping into the Grand Tour. We got Pan right here, and Pan is a very strong leader as well. She has topped a lot of tournaments, a lot of regionals, and she's very powerful. All you do is you pretty much play all your strongest red cards that exist, and you chain attack Zeno them, and then you obliterate your opponent in that fashion. After that, we got GT. Staying true to the GT, we got GT Baby Vegeta. And this one's actually very strong as well, making a big scene in the meta. And what you do is you pretty much evolve into the biggest Baby Vegeta, which is a huge golden monkey that obliterates your opponent with a triple strike. And then we got more red cards. We got Yamcha, a Yamcha deck. Yup, you fans out there that are fans of Yamcha, I know there's some of you guys out there. You guys could actually build this deck, and it's very strong. Pretty much Yamcha runs all the Earthlings of, planet Earth and abuses them. And I'm telling you, Yamcha's no joke. Don't underestimate Yamcha. After that, we got Hercule. Staying true to the, Earthling archetype, we got Hercule, and Hercule came out in the World Martial Arts Tournament theme box, and he's freaking strong. Also topping tournaments a lot, and what he does is you just draw like a maniac. If you're a fan of drawing type of decks, you want to play Hercule. And moving on, we got Gogeta from the Broly movie. And this Gogeta is very good. A lot of draw power. You draw a lot by dropping your Broly, Gokus, and Vegetas. And then you fuse into, obviously, the almighty being, Gogeta. And then obliterate your opponent with that double strike, Kamehameha, Soul Punisher, Hadouken. And then after that, we got Gogeta. Sticking true to the Gogeta. But this is the Gogeta promo, which runs the Ramp Veku. And what I mean by Ramp Veku, pretty much with this leader, you throw out energies by playing out your Veku, and then after that, you bring out all the biggest boss monsters that you want to play that are high energy cost. One of my favorite decks because it's a lot of fun. And sticking it true to the Gogeta archetype, we got a Gogeta from the promotional Gogeta where they fight Janemba, and this guy is very, very good too. He has a lot of draw power because when you attack, you draw, and on top of that, he allows you to utilize the fusion cards with Union Fusion a lot more effectively. Then after that, we got Janemba. Janemba is a freaking strong leader, man. He tops all the tournaments almost all the time. There's always one player that does good with it. Pretty much deck destruction. You're going to destroy your opponent's deck, forcing your opponent not to have any more cards to draw, and then you win by default. And then after that, we got Hirudegarn. If you're more into, the aggro type of player and like drawing a lot, we got Hirudegarn. Usually people play this leader with red cards like Chain Attack, Trunks, and stuff like that. Or you can play the blue version, which is more hand control. Either way, Hirudegarn has amazing ability of drawing and one of the best super combos that draws as well. And then after that, we got Dede, the Wish Leader. And this Dede Wish Leader is freaking good. We got Scouter Report Russell that topped at a tournament with this guy. Pretty much the way you play this deck is you bring out the big secret rare Majin Buu and spam out all your Agents of Destruction with the big M on their foreheads, and then you obliterate your opponent with a bunch of bombarding attacks. And then after that, we got Universe 7 Ultimate Gohan. I know there's some Gohan fans out there, so I have to throw this one in there. Pretty much, this guy is a combo monster. What you do is you combo your Universe 7 members to draw cards and obliterate your opponent in that fashion. And then after that, we also got Broly BR. This is from, you know, the starter deck or the structure deck, whatever you want to call it. And with the way this deck works is you obliterate your opponent by killing your Broly, bringing out a bigger Broly, killing that Broly, bringing out the biggest Broly, and obliterating your opponent like that. And it's freaking strong. Then, you know, keeping it themed to green, and Chilai and Lemo are a freaking thing as well. We got Mr. Eggman that made it a thing, and what you do is you wish back the Broly cards to bring out the biggest Broly, but they're yellow this time, and they pretty much control your opponent's field, and it's freaking powerful. And then keeping it, you know, movie themed, we got Lord Slug as well. Lord Slug is a freaking strong leader. If you're big into, you know, the Namekians and Slug Army, I recommend you guys to pick up this deck right here. What it does is you hand destruction your opponent down to their death, and you kill them with critical attacks as well. Very strong. And then we got Super 17, which is a freaking monster. What you do is you run the Super 17 engine, and then you 17 absorb cell, and then you hand destruction your opponent down, keeping it true to the hand destruction. And then on the other side of the board, we got yellow cards, which is Universe 7 Frieza, which is literally the most expensive deck in Dragon Ball Super card game. Gosh, I can't even breathe. This deck is so expensive. What you do is you pretty much just play all tournament of power cards in it that are Universe 7 members, and you bring out the Mastered Ultra Instinct $500 card or whatever, and then you victory strike your opponent, and that's how you play that deck. And then we got Broly Promo, which is a freaking strong yellow leader, one of the strongest yellow leaders in my opinion. And what people usually like doing is they like turning this guy into Super Saiyan 4. If you haven't seen my Super Saiyan 4 Broly deck profile, go check it out. It's a lot of fun. And or you can run veggies in it, which is the Kaba Kale Khalifa package, or Master Ultra Instinct. Either way, this leader just restands cards like a monster and draws like crazy and awakens fast. Then after that, we are switching to some wish leaders, which is Dende. And Dende is relatively a strong wish leader. What you usually play Dende with is Frieza cards, bringing back Frieza back to life with the Desire card. So if you're a huge Frieza fan, I recommend you guys try out that Dende deck. And then after the Dende, we got Jackie Chun, you know, dun 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 dun, Kung Fu Fighting Master right there. And he's freaking strong as well. He has a lot of drop power. He's able to utilize the World Martial Arts cards to its fullest. And it's just an overall strong leader. And then moving on to Jaron. I added this card because I like Jaron. He's a cool character. And he's relatively strong. He has quadruple strike, guys. And then you can just bad ring laser your opponent to stop the negate when you go in for the quadruple strike. And they lose 4 lives. So, Universe 11, Jaron, Beast. And then after that, we got Shenron, Gogeta. Shenron Gogeta, Shenron Broly, Shenron Apes, Shenron Fusion, Shenron whatever you want. Shenron is an overall strong, one of the most strongest wish leaders that there is, in my opinion. And then we got Mansane, keeping it true to the starter decks or structure decks. We got Mansane. What he does is he utilizes a lot of overround, which is bringing out cards by removing your drop area from play. And he also utilizes a lot of aggro. So if you're an aggro type of player, I recommend you guys to play the Masked Saiyan, or pick up the starter deck if you're super beginning. Then we got Vanilla Goku, or Son Goku, or Kid Goku, whatever you want to call it. This guy is freaking strong. The way this deck works is you can play blue, green, yellow, whatever you want to play with this leader. It's multicolored type of leader, and it just utilizes all the vanilla cards that exist to beat down your opponent with heavy blank cards. And then we got the most degenerate deck that there is, in my opinion, Super Shenron. The reason this deck is so degenerate is because you could literally be like, oh, I end my turn. Psych! My turn again. And then you obliterate your opponent because you get 2 freaking turns. That means you get your energy back. You get another draw. You get... Everything is just nutty with this leader. And that's the Super Shenron leader. And then let's move on to another black leader. We got the announcer from the World Martial Arts Tournament. Very awesome leader. One of my favorite from the World Martial Arts Tournament, and actually topped a lot of tournaments as well. Pretty much you run all the World Martial Arts Tournament characters to draw like freaking crazy, and then defend and bring out the secret rare Goku and Oob that, just obliterate your opponent. And then we got the Migra, which is the leader if you like, playing with cards from your drop area a lot, or the graveyard, if you will. If you like manipulating that a lot, then the Migra is your type of deck, because he allows you to overwhelm 2 times per turn, which is, an illegal play unless you're running the Migra. And overwhelming characters are one of the strongest characters that exist in Dragon Ball Super card game. And the last 30th deck I'm gonna mention in this video is Zeno, the king of everything. And this leader pretty much allows you to run all universe members from the Tournament of Power themed booster box, and is just a very strong leader and a very cool leader. And I added it here because what if there's somebody watching, might be you, that just likes all the universe members and just wants to have a deck with all the characters. So that's gonna be it. That's 30 decks for you guys. Hopefully you guys liked this video. If you guys liked it, hit a good little like on this video to show us support, and subscribe if you are new here for more super duper DBS TCG videos in the future. And like we always say, y'all already know, y'all stay super.